Coming up on This Week in Torrance, local police officers are honored for their commitment to fighting crime. Plus, women making an impact in the community are recognized for their achievements. Then a Torrance resident shares her story of receiving the greatest gift of life and how she's paying it forward. And volunteers are thanked for their hours of service to the senior community. These stories and much more are just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. Jen Chun has the week off. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories. 2 members of the Torrance Police Department were honored for their commitment to fighting crime. Community lead officers Joseph Kraft and Stephen Kim were awarded with the 2019 Investigation of the Year Award by CAL-ORCA, also known as the California Organized Retail Crimes Association. The officers were recognized for their ongoing efforts against retail theft. Torrance Police said they would like to thank the members of the association for the partnerships and the joint opportunity to defend local retail businesses against organized crime. The award was given at the 2020 CAL-ORCA conference in San Francisco, where attendees network with more than 100 law enforcement agencies and more than 100 retail restaurant companies. In honor of National Donor Day, Torrance CitiCABLE's Claudia Bermudez sat down with a Torrance resident who shares her story of getting a second chance at life and how she's paying it forward.
On an evening in February of 1986, Tammy Rusnick had no idea her life was about to completely change.
I gradually started not feeling well, and then finally one day I just didn't think I was going to live, and I went to the doctor the next day. I didn't think I would live through the night that night, and I went to the doctor the next day. And the doctor sent me to the hospital, and things just started happening.
As a college student, she was diagnosed with end-stage renal disease. Her kidneys were failing.
I met my transplant surgeon at that time and was told that I needed a kidney transplant.
By that summer, Rusnick and her donor were in the operating room.
Fortunately, my sister stepped up immediately and said that she would donate her kidney to me.
34 years later, Rusnick is healthy and thriving thanks to her sister. But not everyone is so lucky.
There's 113,000 people on the national transplant waiting list, so there's a lot of people out there waiting.
Since her transplant, Rusnick is dedicated to bringing awareness of organ donation and this gift of life to her community in Torrance. She's partnered with the nonprofit One Legacy, the largest organization to help facilitate organ, eye, and tissue recovery.
We also go out into the hospitals. We go to different tabling events. If somebody wants to have us there to educate the community, we're happy to be there and give them information. And we can even register people on the spot. We have an app, a secure app that we can register people right there if they decide they want to.
One Legacy also works with many of our local hospitals. In 2019, 20 lives were saved here at Little Company of Mary in Torrance by organ donors.
The sad part is that obviously we're losing one person's life, but we're giving life to potentially a few people. And I think that brings patients and their families peace.
A gift of life that so many people desperately need.
Around 8,000 people die a year because they don't get the organ that they need.
A statistic Rusnick is determined to change.
So I'm actually the ambassador to the Torrance DMV. So I make visits there on a quarterly basis to bring them the latest information about organ donation. They do play an important role in the state of California and people registering to be organ donors.
A role that reminds people that life is fragile and unpredictable.
I am a registered organ donor, and I hope that if the circumstances allow, that I would be able to save someone's life, save many people's lives or enhance lives in my passing.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Claudia Bermudez.
Thanks, Claudia. To register to be an organ donor, you can go online to onelegacy.org. Local community members are breaking a sweat at the newest outdoor facility in the city of Torrance. The new adult fitness zone is now open at Wilson Park. It was the second half of the splash pad project. The equipment consists of several fitness stations that will support the overall wellness opportunities offered at the park. The free adult fitness zone is designed to be simple and cater to different workout types, including strength and flexibility. People have the option of using a combination of static and dynamic machines. City officials say the fitness zone is one step in fulfilling the mission of the City Council health initiative that was approved in 2018 for senior adults in the community. The walking path nearby allows visitors to also get their cardio in by circling the pathway, with each lap being 0.9 of a mile. Wilson Park is located at 2200 Crenshaw Boulevard. Well, buying a T-shirt to celebrate St. Patrick's Day can help save a vital center in the region from shutting down. The Marine Mammal Care Center in Los Angeles, located in San Pedro, nearly 12 miles from Torrance, is facing a financial crisis. Officials say their fundraising efforts have yet to reach a level of sustainability to stay open. They are accepting donations and also selling these shirts to fundraise. You can purchase them at customink.com. Since 1992, the center has rescued more than 8,000 animals stranded on Southern California beaches, from Seal Beach to Torrance Beach to Malibu. They have been nursing seals and sea lions back to health. The center hopes to raise $1 million by June 2020 to be able to continue operating through next year. 80% of all funds raised goes directly to animal care. You can donate by going to marinemammalcare.org. Urban Plates locations across Southern California rallied to give back to a local organization. The Volunteer Center South Bay Harbor Long Beach was presented with a check for $9,000 from the team at Urban Plates. The Volunteer Center was selected as the nonprofit partner to receive donations during the pre-opening events at the new locations in Torrance, Manhattan Beach, and most recently Long Beach. The Volunteer Center staff says they are grateful for the local communities who joined them at the heart of helping events and welcome Urban Plates to the community. Urban Plates is a fast casual restaurant that serves made-from-scratch meals using ethically sourced ingredients. Urban Plates in Torrance is located at Del Amo Crossing on the boulevard across from the Del Amo Fashion Center. Still ahead, women of influence are recognized at a special event, plus an awareness campaign for the leading cause of death among women. And a popular quilting show comes to Torrance. We'll take you there. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Jordan Peele. I'm usually trying way too hard to be funny. Well, right now I'm going to be completely serious with you. Online bullying is a toxic side effect of modern technology. No one's immune to it. Not you, not me, nobody. But there's a way we can fix it. This emoji in the symbol section of your phone's emoji keyboard. Use it when you see bullying online to say, I see what you're doing, not cool, definitely not funny. And I know what funny is. I coined the phrase wordness to the turdness. So join me and become a witness. When you see bullying online, use this emoji to do something. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
The Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce hosted a special luncheon to honor women of influence in the community. Reporter Colleen Farrell brings us the highlights from this event.
How many of you here today have either personally been infected by cancer?
Michelle New has long been an active member of the Torrance community as a parent educator for the Torrance Unified School District and co-founder of the South Bay Junior Women's Club. But in 2014, some devastating news would put New in the position of needing the support of her family and community.
The results of the bone marrow biopsy were in, and I was diagnosed with AML leukemia.
New shared her tale of survival as keynote speaker at the Women of Influence event hosted by the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce. The luncheon honored 4 women for their contributions to the community.
I'm always amazed at the endless energy that the women in our community have, and the Chamber of Commerce, I think it's a wonderful thing for them to host this time where we can sit back and just dedicate it to the women who are the game changers in our city.
The women being honored here today all share a common thread: leadership and volunteerism.
My mom used to tell me that there was always somebody poorer than I was, and there was always somebody that had another issue bigger than mine.
Charlotte Melsch received the Athena Award for active service in the Kiwanis Club and the Chamber during her 20-plus year career managing marketing at Palos Verdes Bowl. Charlene Nishimura of the Pediatric Therapy Network received the South Bay Spirit Award. She co-chairs the Chamber's Women in Business program, which hosts monthly breakfasts that address the unique needs of women business leaders.
The room is full of women with so much expertise, a very diverse group, but they all have something to teach.
Also honored, Jack Folkert of UCLA Health and Tara O'Brien for her work with the Schweitzer Learning Center, the Boys and Girls Club, and her 2-decade public affairs career at Kaiser Permanente South Bay.
I consider you all women of influence in my eyes, and I want to thank you very much.
In line with the event's theme, Michelle New explained how her eventual cancer remission and life-saving stem cell transplant led her to reach out to another woman of influence, Connie Schilling, her 21-year-old stem cell donor who lives in Ramerstein, Germany.
My relationship with the most influential women I have ever met began at that very moment.
New and her family traveled to Germany to meet Schilling. With the help of guests at the luncheon, she recorded a message to be shared with her new friend across the globe.
Thank you, Connie.
Her message for other women in the room?
To stay strong and positive and never give up hope.
While New says she doesn't feel particularly influential, she hopes her message will influence others to tap into their own power in life and in their community. For Torrance City Cable, Colleen Farrell.
Thanks, Colleen. If you're interested in getting involved in the Chamber's Women in Business group, visit torrancechamber.com. A local blogger's idea for Valentine's Day is brightening up the hallways at Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center in Torrance. Torrance CitiCABLE reporter Claudia Bermudez has the story.
Susie Gulcher has been an overnight patient at Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center as she recovers from surgery.
Their care and concern has made me feel very loved, and I'm very appreciative of that.
But the staff aren't the only people making Gulcher feel appreciated. She receives a small gesture with a lot of heart.
I hope you have a good Valentine's Day. You are amazing. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. Have an awesome day. Elisa.
Hundreds of kids from the Torrance and South Bay area got together to create these beautiful cards that will be uplifting a patient today. This community project was led by blogger Laura Stotland through her parenting blog, South Bay Mommies and Daddies.
I wanted to create a project that was simple, that anybody could do with very limited resources, but it could really bring the community together in a big way.
The task may have been simple, but the outcome was unifying.
We had people get together with their Girl Scout troops, Boy Scout troops, with their classrooms.
In 2019, nearly 900 Valentine's Day cards were created. This February, the numbers came close to doubling. Stotland collected over 1,600 cards to be distributed to sick patients with their Valentine's Day meal. They will also be distributed at Torrance Memorial Medical Center.
The most rewarding is having parents come to me and thanking me and saying, thank you for doing this project. And they had such a great response from their children and being with their children and being able to have these conversations. We also give them some question prompts that they can ask their kids to kind of teach them about giving back.
Parents aren't the only ones thanking Stotland for the cards.
They will truly lift the spirits of our patients, and what a great gift for them if they're here around Valentine's Day.
A lesson of kindness that can be learned at any age.
The kids didn't have to, and it's a real act of love, and what a lesson this is teaching them to give to others.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Claudia Bermudez.
For more community events and activities for kids led by Laura Stotland, follow her blog at southbaymommiesandaddies.com. Valentine's Day was celebrated early at the Torrance Historical Society. The annual fundraiser, Tea at 2, Valentine's Day Tea, was held at the Chado Tea House in Old Torrance. Attendees dressed up in their best attire and sampled a variety of Chado's 10 freshly steeped loose teas. They also indulged in delicious sandwiches and desserts. There were opportunities to win gift baskets and, of course, take pictures with the royal family. The sold-out event is more than just tea with the Queen. It benefits the museum's special programs, research projects, operations, and exhibits.
It's just fun, lovely, fun ladies, good company. I love to pick out my tickets and get some gifts. And the tea is good. This place is lovely with their sandwiches and all they offer. It's just a wonderful afternoon with your friends.
The mission of the Torrance Historical Society is to promote interest and educate the community in the city's rich history. For more events hosted by the Torrance Historical Society and Museum, visit their website at torrancehistoricalsociety.com. South Bay Lexus recently opened its doors at its new location on Crenshaw Boulevard in Torrance with some Hollywood-style fanfare. The brand new dealership hosted a screening party for the new HGTV Extreme Makeover Home Edition show reboot. The popular program showcases home renovations for families who give back to their communities. The TV show returns after being off the air for about a decade. South Bay Lexus president and co-owner Jerry Hewer decided to team up with the show. Thanks to his special connection with the show, Hewer's daughter, Bregan Jane, is one of the show's design team members.
It's an exciting moment on multiple fronts for me. I get to see my daughter, breaking out in her career, as well as showing off our brand new facility.
It's our family that was on the road making this happen, building houses in 5 days. So it's nice to take a moment and hug everyone and smile and know that we all worked hard for the greater good.
Hewer says Jane also helped design the new South Bay Lexus facility. The dealership's showroom and fleet was previously located on Pacific Coast Highway. The new dealership combines the showroom with its existing service center, which was already at the location. City Councilman Mike Griffiths says the new dealership will be beneficial to the community's business climate and residents.
We love it when any new business comes to Torrance. Lexus is certainly not new to Torrance, but the fact that they've made such an investment in our city, we're really happy to see that they're going to be here for a long time to come.
On the show, designers worked to overhaul the recipient's entire home, including interior, exterior, and landscaping. It all takes place while the family is sent away for the week. For more information about the show, visit hgtv.com. A local organization helping seniors age in their homes honored their volunteers recently. The South Bay Village hosted its annual Volunteer Appreciation Dinner. Executive Director of the South Bay Village says they offer a chance for seniors to stay in their homes through the help of volunteers. Daily, these volunteers take seniors to doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, handiwork, and even just a visit to those living alone. Along with the other volunteers, Jess Lane Davis established South Bay Village in 2014 and now serves Torrance and nearby communities. The South Bay Village has 65 volunteers.
We've changed their lives. Some seniors stay at home and don't see anybody, and when we come and visit them, it's like a brand new day.
As of the end of December, nearly 7,500 member service requests were processed by the organization, and nearly 15,000 total volunteer hours were accounted for. Volunteer Joan Day was especially honored during the dinner for dedicating 1,400 hours. State leaders gave Miss Day recognition certificates for her service. Day says there are many reasons she wanted to give back to the South Bay Village.
I love giving back to the community, and it's a organization that I believe in. I get to meet these wonderful people, these seniors that share all their stories with me, their lives, their history in Torrance or Redondo Beach, and it makes me feel good.
To learn more about volunteer opportunities, head to sbville.org. Well, the South Bay Quilters Guild has celebrated a milestone at their one-of-a-kind annual show. Nearly 150 quilts hung gracefully at the 2020 South Bay Quilters Guild show at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center. Attendees were able to stop and appreciate quilts made by members that featured traditional to modern styles in all different sizes. There was also a selection non-quilt items. This year was extra special as it marked the Guild's 40th anniversary. marking it the Ruby Celebration. Also at the show, there were 15 vendors who sold items related to quilting and sewing. There were a number of gift baskets that were raffled off. The featured quilter was a member of the Guild who is 92 years old, and her work during her lifetime was displayed. Attendees say it's always so special coming out.
The reason I came this year is because I always want to see it, and I always get so inspired by seeing the work. Everybody's work is so good. The quilting community offers companionship and quilting, and a wonderful opportunity to do something that you love, which is sewing and quilting, in an environment that's really conducive to friendship and working together to do things for the community as well as for our friends and our families.
Every year, members take on a challenge related to the year's theme. This year, members had to make a quilt that measured 24 by 24 inches, include the color red in some form, and have the number 40 represented in the quilt. The South Bay Quilters Guild started in 1979. Members take part in philanthropic efforts, from created comfort quilts for members across the community to making quilts that are sent to the military in different countries. To learn how to become a member, head to southbayquiltersguild.org. They have already started planning for the next show. A new Torrance-based electric car company announced its recent partnership with a big-name automotive company. Canoe Inc. signed its first partnership with a large car company, Hyundai Motor Group. The two companies have plans to use Canoe's electric skateboard, which is the base of what's used to build an electric car for both Hyundai and Kia models, as they look to expand their production of electric vehicles. Canoe was founded 2 years ago and will soon start a subscription service for consumers to use their pod-like electric cars. Hyundai and Kia plan to use the Canoe platform for both private cars and commercial fleets. And Friar Tucks in Torrance suited up for their grand relocation opening. The retailer celebrated its move just a couple doors down to the Rolling Hills Plaza. Friar Tucks opened in Torrance in 1985 and has become a staple in the community. For customers shopping at their location, it has rebranded into a high-end boutique. Customers can decide if they want to rent or purchase suits for special occasions such as weddings, sweet 16s, or school dances like prom, which happens to be right around the corner. Most recently, Friar Tucks helped people look their best for the Oscars. You can order online, in-store rent, and even have your suit delivered to your home. During the event, the shop was presented with different awards, including a certificate of appreciation from the City of Torrance.
Here in Torrance, we have 8 stylists that will come in and service all of our customers, anywhere from black tie events, weddings, prom, you name it. If you have a special event to go to, we have you covered for life's most photographed moments.
The family-owned and operated company opened its first store in Lakewood in 1974. Since then, more than 30 stores have opened across Southern California and Nevada. To get suited for that special occasion, visit Friar Tucks at 2543 Pacific Coast Highway in Torrance. You can also browse their website at friartucks.com. And speaking of relocation, the largest Japanese grocery chain in the nation is celebrating its recent move and grand opening. Mitsuo Corporation will have a celebration on Friday, February 28th at their new location at the Del Amo Fashion Center on Carson Street. There will be an authentic Japanese ceremony at 9:30 a.m. with taiko drummers, with doors set to open to the public at 10 a.m. The Mitsuo Marketplace that once was on Western Avenue closed its store and now has a larger space at Del Amo. They already had their soft opening and are selling limited items at the moment, including Japanese foods like rice, beer, sake, meats, sushi, and dry goods. There is a deli that offers pre-made sushi and sashimi plates. On opening day, they will be offering specials such as giving the first 100 customers in line a $10 gift certificate. And all Mitsuo Marketplace shoppers will enjoy special grand opening savings on popular items as well. Mitsuo is home to nearly a dozen Japanese food vendors, cosmetic stands, fresh meat and produce sections, and much more. There are 11 Mitsuo locations across the country. For anyone battling cancer, the last thing they should worry about is whether their health insurance will cover the cost of their treatments or where the next meal is coming from. And thanks to a local nonprofit organization, they're helping to take some of the burden off. Halo of Hope Cancer Foundation, based in Torrance recently, celebrated a move to a new location on 3655 Torrance Boulevard with a ribbon-cutting event. The foundation helps raise money to help people cover the cost of fighting cancer. Founder and president Angelica Roxas is a cancer survivor. She started the organization after seeing others battle the disease and die due to inadequate resources.
My mission is to help as many cancer fighters as we can, and the financial assistance that we provide goes directly to someone who is underinsured, no insurance, and especially homeless, to help pay with their groceries, transportation, housing, etc.
Halo of Hope hosts a cancer support group on the second and fourth Wednesday of the month at the Peninsula Library in Rolling Hills Estates. The organization will also be hosting its Bold Cancer Away fundraiser event at the Gable House Bowl in Torrance. The event takes place Sunday, April 19th at noon. For more information about the organization, check them out on Facebook or go online to haloofhope.org. A local hospital partnered with the American Heart Association for a special day. At Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center, hospital staff recognized National Wear Red Day. The American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement asked everyone to take action by wearing red, hoping to educate the community about cardiovascular disease, as it's the leading cause of death among women and claims more lives than all forms of cancer combined. It's also an opportunity to spread awareness about the signs and symptoms of having a stroke. At Providence in Torrance, information from the Heart Association, free health risk assessments, and giveaways were part of the day. The purpose of the event was to educate visitors, patients, and employees on the importance of heart health. More than 300 people attended the 2-hour event. Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center cardiologist Jasdeep Dut says during this month, people should take a minute to work on heart-healthy habits. This includes incorporating regular aerobic exercises into their daily routine and eating a diet low in fat and salt. Dut also suggests people should reduce stress and get enough sleep. Doctors recommend scheduling a visit with your physician to assess your overall risk for cardiovascular disease. Now let's check in with Leslie Robbins on what's new and exciting in local sports. Hi, Leslie. What do you have for us?
What's up, Ben? Coming up on the sports desk, playoffs, and even more playoffs from basketball, soccer, and water polo. We are bringing you all the action. Be sure to watch every day at 4 and 9:30. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Miss Robbins. Now to close out the show, this is my 6-year-old son, Zach McCain, to give us some words of wisdom.
My grandpa Leslie McCain used to say, a setback is a setup for a comeback. And the great Louis Ceparini says, don't give up and don't give in. And I say, if we get knocked down, get back up and smile. Keep on keeping on.
Great words of wisdom. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.